Oh, hey there, my good YouTubers. Good to see you again. To see you nice. Today, I want to actually do a video on the using of a few of the totally wicked black label flavors. These things here. Now, I've tried many different sort of concoctions with these mixes. Now, this particular flavor is the real tabs. And I have to say, this particular one is tolerable, but not very nice at all. These are supposed to simulate the flavour of real cigarettes. Now, I've compared them to the flavour of real cigarettes in a sense. I mean, this is Virginian Gold, obviously, as I say, it's sort of supposed to be a golden Virginia flavour. Just no, it's wrong. This again, this one's tolerable, not too bad. But this one here, this is the real tabs, and this doesn't taste anything like a real cigarette. In fact, it's horrible. That's the best way I can describe it. It's quite vile. I mean, normal cigarettes for me now, because I've been smoking the e-cigarette for X amount of weeks now. The real cigarettes really are not very nice either. You can sort of start really tasting the sort of harmful rubbish that's in a cigarette, and it's not pleasurable, and it's certainly in fact it's it's not good. It's just too much of a bad toxin when you're smoking a real cigarette. That is for me anyway now. But this real tabs one is just. I mean, personally, I wouldn't. My advice on this is don't waste your money on it. But everybody's liking to their own. You might like this. I don't know. I don't know what to describe the flavour as really. I don't know. Smoking dandelion leaves, maybe. Really horrible bitteriness. This one here, this is the caramel. Now, a few people on YouTube have tried this. Well, I'm sorry, I don't quite know where the flavour's coming from in this flavouring. I really don't. I mean, I've tried Camel cigarettes here in the UK, and they're pretty disgusting, to be honest. I've tried them overseas. They're also pretty disgusting. This is also pretty disgusting, so in a sense it's probably in the same category as Camel cigarettes, even though this is the caramel flavour. It's the best way I thought of describing it actually reminded me when I was smoking this the other night. It reminded me of pork chops garnished with basil, a bit of bay leaf, and parsley. That's what this reminded me of. It's got a pork chop herby flavour to it. I don't know if Camels are supposed to taste like that. I'm really not certain, but I never liked Camel cigarettes when I tried them first anyway, and I still don't now, and I seriously don't like this either. So these two, real tabs and Camel, really don't go down too well from the totally wicked black label flavours. On the other hand, we have another black label flavour here. This is Mulberry. This is actually, for me, this is actually quite an interesting flavour. It does have a texture of a Marlboro. Doesn't taste like a Marlboro, but then again, as I say, I mean, there's a lot of tastes in a Marlboro that I think come from a lot of the formaldehydes and all the rest of the chemicals that are contained in tobacco. But this does have a inclination of the Marlboro cigarette. It's I wouldn't say it's probably the closest you're going to get, because I've only tried the Totally Wicked's black label version on the Mulberry. There's a few others. Other people do adaptations and imitations of Marlboro, but this is definitely It's just not for me. Sorry, no, I'm saying a mistake. It isn't for me, but it's tolerable, it's smokable, and it has an inclination of Marlboro. So this one's not bad in that sense. I would, if you're thinking of buying a tobacco flavoured whatever that's gonna be similar to a cigarette, take a look at the Mulberry. I seriously think that's definitely worth a try. Again, it's not like a real cigarette anyway, but it's worth a try. The Virginian Gold, as I mentioned earlier, doesn't taste anything like Golden Virginia. In fact, it's not very nice. Really, I don't like it. It really isn't that nice a flavour. I haven't tried the Hilton yet. I will try the Hilton at some point in time. But I haven't tried that one yet. That's another totally wicked black label. As for the other flavours, I haven't ventured into them really. Any further, as I say, I'm just quite enjoying the current 5 flavours really that I've got from the Decadent range at the moment that I've opened, which is rhubarb, cinnamon, coconut, and black cherry, which seems to be going down very nicely. So they're quite nice, but this is, they're all the fruit flavours and whatever. So hey, maybe I'm going a bit fruity. I don't know. There's, but as I say, it's as for the totally wicked black label stuff, I'm not too keen on those. Really not. I suppose you could mix a couple together. I've tried Mulberry, some of the Camel. Tried concocting, the mixes between the the Virginia Gold and things like that. And they're interesting. They come out with some interesting flavours, I must admit. Just using the real tabs or the caramel on their own really is just not good at all. I don't rate it. Don't like it. Horrible. As for anything else that's sort of happening, not really much. There's a second video I'm going to make on, it's a follow-up to the faulty battery that happened on the Super, I believe the DSE 108, but it's the Super from Totally Wicked. So check out my next video on that. I'm going to do that shortly. In regard to, because obviously the replacements came through, etc, etc, etc. So we'll I shall do a video on the the customer support or after sales support, if you want to put it that way. But anyway, that's enough for this video. Thank you, my good YouTubers. I shall speak to you later. Bye bye.